Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Firewood Doctor. Today I'm coming from the mini wood yard, aka at home. Why? Because, for one, my truck has been broke down for a couple weeks and the shift cable still hasn't been fixed at the shop yet. It would be something I could do, but by the time I buy all the tools and stuff to jack it up and do it and all that, and not knowing what I'm doing when I'm replacing it, well, I had it towed to the shop, so yeah, that's part of the reason why I haven't been doing videos, because I haven't been able to get to the wood yard. But today I'm going to be making something special. I'm going to be making mini firewood for my Vado brand smokeless fire pit. Now, there's a couple of ways you can go with measuring the wood. You can use an actual tape measure, or use the stick method. Stick a stick down here, put your finger on the stick and then mark your measuring tool, which is that. And I got the Greenworks 80-volt chainsaw in place because I got to cut these down, and then I'll split the individual pieces on the 28C, but I figured it's easier to just cut this down because that's all I have. I don't have any fresh stuff. Something like this is going to be awful small. I'm going to have, piece like this, and a little chunk on the end. So I might save those chunks for a big chunk in there. This one I'm going to get, something like this, at least 3 pieces, but because this is so knotty, there it goes. Along with that one, use the nice straight grain stuff. I just might eyeball it into thirds. That's a little too small to get. I can get 2 full-length pieces out of this, and then a nub. This I could probably get 3 out of. You could just eyeball it. But I have that marking tool on there, so when it's a really long piece, I can do a better, more accurate job. So I'm going to do this ash, cut it down, and then show you how to make the mini firewood with the 12-way wedge. Why the 12-way? Because 1, it's the wedge I have on there. 2, I'm lazy. 3, the wedge I think is actually in my pickup truck over at the shop. So I could take this 12-way wedge off and go with the single wedge, but we'll see how this works out. So let's get the battery in the saw and start cutting some pieces down. Oh, it'd help to get the battery, you bonehead. Okay. I haven't run this saw in a few years, so don't tell me it's not going to work. Just wonderful. This saw is dead. Great. Means I have to fire up one of the gas ones to do this. Chain brake. There we go. Let's see. Oh, that is way too thin. All right. Well, we'll save that for the chunk. left over. All right. As always, we're extremely well prepared around here. Now let's see how this looks. No, that's well, it's still too. I'm gonna cut a nub off here. Okay, this should be the right length. Well, that is still too long. Now this is what I'm looking for. I got another mini fire pit on the way, so these might be fine. All right, I'll bring the mini fire pit over here. Nope, that's too big. Why? Because it's still above the rings, so this actually might be adjusted correctly. Actually, gotta pull this out just a little bit more. All right, got a couple of big chunks. I'll see with this one if this is the right size. Yeah, it's about a half-inch build of smoke holes. So I'm gonna go just a little bit more. The secondary burn holes is what I'm saying. So some of these mini fire pits, that size is going to be just right, especially for the smaller size, because I ordered the smaller version of this one. This is like the 6'9" or 7'1" inch size. I'm just going to eyeball this one. Yeah, that's the maximum right there. the measured piece just right. So you're looking at this is probably in that 4 to 4.5 inch range. And the reason why you don't want it above this ring is that this is the reburn, where you get that afterburn or reburn of the gases that are too cold to burn as the wood is consumed. How wood burns is the wood is converted into a gas, then the gas burns. If the fire itself isn't hot enough to ignite those gases, but it's enough to make this vaporize, and what's left behind when it's done is charcoal. You know, those black chunks left over in a fire pit? That's charcoal. That's not wood. That's charcoal. So this piece will be fine. All right, we got some candidates for splitting. Move them over here and I'll cut up some more. Save these chunks for a big chunk on the fire. Now for a big piece. So to save yourself a little money, you can buy regular length firewood and then just cut it down the size. That's what I would do. Just get regular firewood, cut it down the sides like this, and then just split it yourself somehow. Then this cutoff, I'm eyeballing it. Now if you buck from logs like I do, you can have all kinds of chunks this size. You don't even have to cut it down. This one's about cut in half. there we have it, folks. Some of these pieces are a little big, but I want to see how good some of these big chunks burn like that, like these, like little half rounds. So yeah, we'll say that's 40 bucks worth of mini firewood, you know, for what I'd sell in chunks and stuff. Probably barbecue wood, you know, chunks in that 4 to 5 inch range. We'll see how good this burns in the next video, as I'm gonna go pack this my cutting gear up, and then maybe I'll do a test run later today, but that'll be in the next video. So till next time, folks, take care, get out there, do something, have fun doing it.